Good day, everyone. This time we are going to discuss problem set 07 It's at Winnie Nahial Edo TV, a channel intended to provide more exercises to our learners in both elementary and secondary schools, as well as those parties interested to learn mathematics. The first problem is, consider this equation: 8 raised to x plus 8 raised to x plus 8 raised to x plus 8 raised to x equals 8. Find x. Now, solution. In this given equation, apply common monomial factoring. That is, 8 raised to x times the quantity 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 8. So you got 8 raised to x times the sum of the four ones, which is 4, equals 8. Next, express the numbers in exponential form in both sides of the equation. For 8 in exponential form, that is 2 raised to 3. And recall that when a power is raised into another power, all you have to do is multiply the powers. So our 8 raised to x can be transformed into 2 raised to 3, and then that is also raised to x. So you have 2 raised to 3 raised to x times 2 raised to 2 equals 2 raised to 3. So, as what I said, applying the law of exponents, that if a power is raised into another power, all you have to do is multiply the power. And if you are going to multiply powers of the same basis, you have to add the exponents. That's why we have 2 raised to 3x plus 2 equals 2 raised to 3. Since both bases in both sides of the equation are the same, equate the exponents and solve for x. That is 3 times x plus 2 equals 3. Then you will get 3x equals 3 minus 2. That is because our aim is to solve for x and we have a constant at the left. So you have to transpose it to the right by applying the subtraction property of equality. Meaning, we subtracted both sides by negative 2. So our plus 2 at the left side is omitted. And we have also at the right negative 2. So 3 minus 2, that is 1. So we have 3x equals 1. And dividing both sides by 3, again, because our goal is to solve for x, we have x equals 1/3. The next problem, the product of two numbers is 60. Their sum is 17. Find the numbers. Solution. Let x and y be the two numbers. These x and y represent the unknown numbers. Then we have, from the given, the product of the two numbers is 60. So x times y equals 60. That's our first equation. And based on the given, we have x plus y equals 17. And this serves as our second equation. In equation 2, solve for y in terms of x. So, in that equation 2, we will have only y at the left side and this x be placed at the right side. So, to do this, we have to apply subtraction property of equality. So, we have to subtract both sides of the equation by x. So, x minus x at the left is 0. So, you have to omit that one. Then, at the right, you have 17 minus x. So, that is our third equation. Now, use equation 3 in equation 1. So, in equation 1, we have x times y equals 60. So you can replace y by 17 minus x. So you will get x times the quantity 17 minus x equals 60. Then apply distributive law or a property, distribute x to the quantity, that's what I mean. So you have x times negative x, so you got negative x squared, and x times 17, you have plus 17x equals 60. Now, our x squared, or what we call the quadratic term of the quadratic equation, is negative. You have to make that one positive. So you have to multiply both sides by negative 1. So negative x squared times negative 1, so x squared, meaning to say positive. Then plus 17x times negative 1, it becomes negative 17x. Then 60 times negative 1, it becomes negative 60. Then, as I mentioned, we have this quadratic equation. So to solve for x, we have to move negative 60 to the left side of the equation. The same thing, we apply addition property to omit negative 60 at the right side of the equation and have it at the left side. That is why we have x squared minus 7 and 8x plus 60 equals 60. Now, what we have here is a quadratic equation. So we have to get the solution of this quadratic equation. What I mean is, we have to determine the value of x that would make the left side equal to 0. So in this particular case, it is obvious that this x squared minus 7x plus 60 is factorable. Why? Because 60 has factors which when added will give a sum of 17, and these are 5 and 12. Since 60 is positive and the middle term or the linear term negative 17, that's negative 17, so our factors would be x minus 5 times x minus 12, that is equal to 0. By zero product property, what I mean is each factor at the left side is equated to 0. That is why we used x sub 1 to mean the first solution of the equation or quadratic equation. So x sub 1 minus 5 equals 0. So solving for the first solution of the quadratic equation, so x sub 1 equals 5. All you have to do is apply the addition property of equality. So you have added both sides of the equation by 5. So we omitted negative 5 at the left side but have it at the right side. In other words, some would say transpose the constant term to the right side. So you get x sub 1 equals 5. Then the second equation is x sub 2 minus 12 equals 0, meaning the second solution of the quadratic equation is represented by x sub 2. So the same process, you have x sub 2 equals 12. Therefore, the two numbers are 5 and 12. Another problem, we have to consider the triangle at the right side, I mean. Consider the figure at the right. Find x. Now, you have to recall that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Since one of the interior angle is 20 degrees, it follows that the remaining two angles have a sum of 160 degrees. That is because 180 degrees minus 20 degrees, that is 160 degrees. So you got the equation x plus 50 degrees equals 160 degrees. So solving for x, we get x plus x, that is 2x. And this 50 at the left side is transposed to the right side. How did we transpose it? Apply subtraction property of equality. What I mean, we subtracted 50 in both sides of the equation. That is why you have 2x equals 160 minus 50, that is equal to 110. Again, our goal is to solve for x. We divide both sides by 2, or apply this division property of equality, that what we divide at the left will be also used to divide at the right. So 110 divided by 2, we get x equals 55 degrees. The goal is just to find the value of x. But if we are to really determine the measures of the two angles in the given triangle, so the smaller one is 55 degrees and the larger one is 105 degrees. Therefore, the three angles in the given triangle are 20 degrees, 55 degrees, and 105 degrees. Another problem. Consider the following equations. A plus B equals 15. That's the first equation. Then say over 4 equals 3. That's the third equation. For the second equation, we have B times C equals 84. Then for the fourth equation, we have B plus D equals 18. What is our goal here? Find the value of D. In this problem, the first equation is just a destructor. We have to use only equation 3, equation 2, and equation 4. For equation 3, we can easily get the value of C, which is 12. Okay? Then use this value of C in equation 2. So you have B times C equals 84, or B times 12, because we replace C by 12, so equals 84. So our B is equal to 7. How do we get 7? The left side of the equation is B times 12, so we divide the left side by 12 and divide also the right side by 12. So for the left, you will have only B. At the right, you have 84 divided by 12, so that is equal to 7. Now, with the values of B and C already known, we can use equation 4 and solve for D. So, we have B plus D equals 18. Replace B by 7. So, you have 7 plus D equals 18. Again, applying subtraction property of equality. In other words, just transpose the constant to the right. So you have D equals 18 minus 7. And 18 minus 7 is equal to 11. So D equals 11. The next problem, in 3 raised to x equals the fifth root of 9. Find x. In our solution, all we have to do is transform the right side, which is in radical form, the fifth root of 9, into an exponential form. So, the fifth root of 9 is just equal to 9 raised to 1/5. And then, transform 9 into an exponential form considering that the left side is in an exponential form of base 3. So 9 is equal to 3 raised to 2. So this 3 raised to 2 is again raised to 1/5. Now, if a power is raised into another power, all you have to do is multiply the powers. So 3 raised to 2 raised to 1/2. That is just equal to 3 raised to 2/5. Okay, so we have to recall that a raised to x equals a raised to y is just equal to x equals y. What we mean here, if the bases in both sides of an equation are equal, you can equate the exponents. That's why we have x equals y. So using this, we have 3 raised to x equals 3 raised to 2/5. So that is equal to x equals 2 raised to 2/5. That's the value of x. Thank you very much for following our